105.9 QWiK Rock, Lion Country's rock station. Mark the Shark here, and with me, Sonny from POD, calling all the way from California. Sonny, how's everything in California today?
Sunny as always, my friend.
Oh, great. Hey, well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and checking in with us here at QWiK Rock. We're really excited about POD. You've got a brand new song out that we are rocking on QWiK Rock. It's called I Won't Bow Down. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. A little bit about the song, where did the idea and all the inspiration come from?
I mean, we've been a band for a long time, so a lot of it is just our old hardcore influence, you know what I mean? Just confronting the struggles of life. And so it's just meant to encourage people, no matter what you're going through, don't bow down, don't give up so easily, and stand for what you believe in. And so it's more of a mantra, I guess.
Now, when it comes to the things that you believe in, I know that your band, POD, you've got a pretty strong belief that you rely on. Can you give us just a little background on that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely personal, and everybody has their own philosophies and opinions. But I came to faith when I was 19, when my mom passed away. And so that was just a new journey for me in my life. And it's actually one of the reasons why I even joined this band. It wasn't something I'd ever planned or thought about. But then when I was going through this new phase in my life and trying to stay out of trouble and stay positive, I was into the hardcore scene, which, I knew if you give me a mic, I was going to scream from, the bottom of my heart about the things that I believe in.
Now, you're living in San Diego. Did you grow up in California, the San Diego area, all your life?
Yes, born and raised San Diego.
Yeah. So what are some of the bands, when you were younger, first getting into music, what were you listening to? What are some of your influences?
I mean, I love all kinds of music, but I love mostly conscious music and music with a message. And so I grew up to the Bob Marleys, you know what I mean? And Carlos Santana was over here. I grew up to the Bad Brains when it comes to the punk, AC/DC, all the old school classics. And I'm just a lover of music.
Really neat that you brought up Bob Marley. I just got back 2 days ago from a vacation in Jamaica. And,
look at you.
and got to experience a couple of really good Bob Marley tribute bands there. So yeah, we're all on the same page here. So,
so good.
When did you finally realize that this rock and roll thing was what you wanted to do for the rest of your life?
It wasn't something I ever planned, man. But like I said, when my mom had passed away, I was going through this transition in my life, and when the guys asked me to be in this band, it wasn't something I ever wanted to do, but I just felt like, man, it was an outlet for me. I never thought we'd leave San Diego, and here we are 33 years later. We've been around the world a bunch of times and played in front of a lot of amazing people and sold lots of records, and so I can't complain. It's been a blessing. So
when you and the other guys in the band got together, where did the name POD come from?
We wanted to be still it's payable on death is what it means, and it just refers to our faith, but we wanted it to be heavy. We still wanted it to be hard,
Yeah.
And then after a while, we just got sick of saying payable on death, so we shortened it up to POD.
Plus, it's a lot easier for the those rock audiences to chant POD,
Yeah, it's a lot easier. It's easy on a flyer, too.
Yeah. Like you mentioned, POD, I mean, you guys have been around, for a long time. You've enjoyed a lot of success as far as the American rock charts, even going back to Youth of a Nation and Alive and stuff like that. So I had a chance to see POD at the Bryce Jordan Center in State College, and I don't even remember how many years ago. I know my children were still young, but I believe you were on tour. It was POD, and I think it was Daughtry and Three Doors Down. Does that tour sound familiar?
Yes. Yes, it does. I remember that.
Okay, and you guys put on a heck of a live performance. And I remember even at the time, my wife at that time never heard of POD. And after you guys got done, she was just like, "That was a really good band. I really like those guys." They're, and so and you did such a great job too. So you're a great live band. And you were talking about being around the world. You're just now getting back from a European tour. Is that right?
Yeah, we just did about 5 weeks in all of Europe with Godsmack and Drowning Pool, and then now we're home for about another week, and then we head out on the Seether tour.
All right. And as far as the tour with Seether, do you happen to know of any dates? I don't have an itinerary here, but do you have any dates where you're going to be coming to Pennsylvania? Or at least close by?
We're all flip-flop on that tour. I know we're doing a bunch of dates. We're doing fly-out stuff. Let me. I'm looking at it. Oklahoma. We're doing stuff on the West Coast. I don't see anything near you guys. No, more Northwest.
Well, I know.
Yeah, Green Bay area. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to keep our eyes open for POD coming to a city near us. So back to the new album and the new record. You're experiencing a lot of success. There's a lot of rock radio stations across the U.S. Playing your current song. So congratulations, on the
Thank you, man.
Success so far, and I know you got a lot of legs on that current song too. So we're going to be on that one, definitely for a while. There is a question that I always like to ask people that I interview. So here we go. Sonny from POD. If you were stranded on a desert island and you only had one album or one CD to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's an unfair question, but at the top of my head, I would have to say U2's Joshua Tree, just because a lot of memories. I still remember I was in junior high, and my dad showed me that record, and I remembered listening to it. And I was already a U2 fan, but that album, just every single song on that I can listen to from front to back. A lot of good memories there. Yeah. So I would say U2, Joshua Tree.
Yeah, and of course that's the big one with or Without You. The Streets Have No Names. In God's Country is a beautiful record
so
on there.
Good. Yeah, man.
So, all right, good. All right, well we'll take that. We're talking with Sonny from POD, and Sonny, do you have any other words of encouragement, especially for anybody out there that may be playing in a band, maybe they're writing their own stuff, trying to get things off the ground? Do you have any encouragement for any future rock stars out there?
I mean, first of all, just love what you're doing. Be passionate about it, not and do it for the right reasons, not because it's just rock and roll or it's the thing to do these days with social media and fame and all that stuff. Really, really make art that you believe in. And if you can do it on your own, do it on your own. There's so many ways and resources that we have nowadays, and it's not all about labels. And if you happen to go with a label, be smart. Read the contract. Choose the right one.
It sounds like those words of wisdom come from a little bit of experience. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Remember, it's the large print that giveth and the small print taketh away. Yeah.
That's right.
All right, great. Well, I tell you, Sonny, you're an enjoyable individual. Thank you very much for taking time today. And while I have you on the radio here, how about if you go ahead and introduce the brand new POD song, "I Won't Bow Down" on QWiK Rock, and then we're going to go ahead and rock it for everybody.
Awesome, for sure. Hey, this is Sonny from POD. For our new record, Veritas. Here's our singer, "I Won't Bow Down."